I'm Juan Pedro. I'm first of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Juan Pedro, a software developer with 8 years of experience in software and desktop development. And today I'm here to talk about an application that I'm implementing with Elixir, and it's for extracting colors in video record or streaming video. First, in a video record, and later I try to evolve the application and extract colors in a streaming video. Okay, first of all, the motivation about that application. In my previous job, I will have to develop an application to extract colors from a video, and we did that with Python. The problem here that I realized that Python was very slow in that task, and Kevin and Casper show me and explain me the benefits of use Elixir and how it works in a asynchronous environment and parallel environments. And I decided to develop an application to compare the performance of Elixir and Python extracting colors. Okay, it's important in that situation have a bit of context about the machine where the application run, because Elixir have put a lot of importance in the resource of your system. For example, 12 logical processor and of course 6 core CPUs. And I don't have I use a Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay. Okay. Regarding my project, I think that everybody knows a lot of things about Elixir and Phoenix, but I want to explain how Phoenix and Elixir help me in my task, in my project. First of all, sockets, Phoenix and Phoenix Live View puts a lot of interest in the communication between backend and frontend through WebSockets. And you can change in Phoenix Live View, you can change the state of the variables through the sockets in a really easy way. For example, in Phoenix, I want to say that Phoenix is a framework, Elixir framework, because I use Elixir to extract the colors, but I need something, a platform to show the colors and to show the video. So I think that Phoenix, as a web framework, is a good approach to show the colors and to show the video. And Phoenix helped me using, for example, handle event. That is a function that when something happens, when an event happens in the front end, you can a logic in the backend is triggered, so it's quite useful. Handle info is another function that I use with Phoenix to launch my own logic, my own backend logic. Async to change the state of the variables inside of the socket. Put flash to change, to inform the user in the front end about something important. For example, the file was uploaded successfully. Push event, that is quite useful, is to send information directly to the front end. For example, directly from backend to the front end without waiting a reply from a backend. And the templates and the client hooks. I want to show you a bit about the code because it's quite useful. I think that it's easier to whoa, sorry guys. Woo. It's there. 1 second. I try to. Now I feel like Casper, you know. I don't feel safe here. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's so.
Control minus minus minus.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you say mount, but for example, here, handle event to select video, or I change the other is, for example, you have in the template, of course, a template is, I think that everybody knows about a template with, for example, a Maven or other templates where you can put Elixir code that only runs in backend, but you have in a HTML page. Okay, the important thing is, for example, that hooks. Finish change set option when you run, when you change the selection, okay, that code is triggered, and it's really fine. And for example, if you want to send, if you want to run other process like, uh, 1 second, that is easy to find. Okay, another one, that. For example, if you want to launch that type of function, you can do it with send. And if you want to keep it with the process ID that you use in the front end, you need to send the process ID that you receive from the front end. That is really important. But continue with the presentation. Okay. Well, other things that I talk about the Phoenix, but I want to talk about the Elixir. For example, I use task start to run to run code, but in a synchronous way. File system start link and file system subscribe is really useful here because it allows me to create a listener from a folder, and every time a file is modified or created, or there is one event inside of the folder, I have a function to catch that event and launch a callback, and it's really useful. Okay, UUID only to create unique strings. Image open to load images, and image dominant color, that is important here, is to obtain the dominant colors of a frame of an image. Send, as I said before, is to launch a process or a function that you want in the backend. And self, it extracts the current process ID. Yeah, the current process. Yes, the current flow process, I think. Okay, that is the application flow. Whoa, it's like horrible. It's impossible to see. I don't know why.
Your resolution on the monitor is set to the.
Okay, I'm gonna try to solve that, but okay. But the important thing here is that, because before later I can explain you different things. That's the thing. Important thing in my project is that I try to take advantage of Elixir and Phoenix and try to do the things more as synchronous possible. And for example, when I extract the frames, as soon as the video is loaded, I try to show the video to the user. Okay, while the video is shown to the user, the start frames and the listener, yes, the start frames of the image and the start colors of the image are made in the backend in a synchronous way. That's important thing. Okay, and now, guys, it's time to demo. That is my favorite part because only the code speak. So, okay. 1 second, that is there. Okay, perfect. As you can see, yes, I have, you can extract colors with Elixir or with Python because I want to compare the performance. Okay, important thing. As I said, when you extract the colors, the video seconds later will be shown, but the extraction of the colors happens in the backend. With Elixir, it's quite fast, so it's difficult to show you, but okay, that video.
Where's Big Buck Bunny?
Okay, I have it here, the video. Okay, did stop because Elixir use 4 seconds. 4 seconds. I want to show you here. Yeah, 4 seconds to extract the colors of that video. The 5 predominant colors. It's important because I choose to extract the 5 predominant colors. I think that it does the
How often are you sampling?
sampling, for example.
Are you doing per frame, or how does it?
Yeah, per frame.
Okay, wow.
I extract a frame per second because I don't want to extract all because I think that is a lot of. If you extract all the frames, imagine that in 1 second you have five frames, but I think that I prefer to extract 1 frame per second, and I synchronize every frame with every second. So you can have it in, the colors in every second. Okay, now it's time to Python. I love Python, but here is not the best tool. Okay, I can do that with the same. Okay. We have the video. Okay, the important thing here. Now, I extracting frame per frame, frame 10, frame 11. Okay, and extracting the colors. Now, I will say we have the colors available here. Before all the colors are extracted, the colors are available in the front end. For example, if I come here, there are not colors, but here, yes. Why? Because I send the colors every time the frame are extracted. Okay.
38 seconds.
38 seconds. It's a lot. Guys, it's a lot. Yes, I use Color Thief. I think that is a famous library to extract colors, but in JavaScript. But in that case, with Python, it's Color Thief that use an algorithm of median cut, while the Elixir use histogram color with histogram mode with quantification. The median cut algorithm is more complex. It's said that it's more accurate, but due to that reason,
How do you extract frames from the video?
with FF, yes, it's a famous
Compared to both cases, like you extract frames in both cases the same way.
in the same way, exactly. But only I only measure when they start to extract the colors. Okay, when I start to extract the first frame, I start to measure the time.
And what takes the most time, like communication between from back and Python, or like?
I think that the more time is here. There are two things. For example, I think that when you call the Python script through the Elixir, there are a delay. Because I want to show you the.
Python can work worse than Elixir with C++ code with FFmpeg library. Slower, just.
I know. I want to show you. Okay, video utils. That's the way that I oh, 1 second, with that tool that is
Yeah,
FFmpeg.
you system library and like Python can work just slower with extracting frames.
Yes, I know.
Yes,
I
there
use,
could be also
yes,
edits on top of work, on top of colors.
Are you doing extract frame in the Elixir from its own process, from its own task?
yes, it is there are that's is a very good question, and I want to, and that's the reason that I try to explain you what task I do in a synchronous way, and this, okay, frame extraction, 1 second, that's the end, but I want that. For example, here is where that is the event. I create a listener where something that happens in a folder, that event launch that code. Okay, and I extract every frame. I create every frame in a folder with FFmpeg with that tool. So when a new frame is created, appears here, and I extract the colors with colors Elixir or with colors Python, and I extract here. So that works in a synchronous way. When you can, for example, that that code could be run at the same time because you create at the same time two frames. It's impossible because in that case is linear, but it could be happen. So that is running in parallel in a synchronous way. So that's fine. And regarding your question, of course, it's not I don't compare it in exact way because Python use one algorithm and Elixir use other algorithm. But it's not only 2 seconds or 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Use
Python will use only one thread. It doesn't have more than one thread. So like
yeah.
Elixir may be faster.
Yeah, I think that I think that the best way to compare that to Elixir and that projects, I think that is use Phoenix and Elixir as I use now, and in the other way with Python, Django, and custom scripts to to extract the colors.
And does Elixir wait until FFmpeg finish its job, or it just start it and then listen to file system?
Yes, is with that. And that is a good question about that because I can block the front end thread due to that problem. For example, 1 second, that I remember that task. That's the thing. As you can see, I use self here with I start the process ID and I start the frames. Okay, that process ID comes from the front end, the thread of front end. For example, if I run this process with this code with this process ID, if it use a long time, the application reach the timeout and goes down. So, for example, if you want to solve that problem, you can instead of use sockets like this to 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 um, to communicate the front end with the back end, you can use push events. And I don't know if it solves any of your questions, but okay. And okay, guys, one more. Only this. I want to, I don't know if you have more questions, there's something similar. And you can access to the repository if you want to, if you have, for example, say you can, if you can want help me or say, okay, maybe you can use this instead of this, please feel free. Tell me.
The only Python code you had was
It's a
one
script.
function.
Yeah, it's only a script, that script. Yeah, I don't use Python in that. 1 second. That, I think that is. Yeah, that's it. It's, as you know, it's quite simple.
So like the accuracy wise, I know the speed of Python is faster, right?
Yeah,
The accuracy wise, is the Python more accurate or?
the Python, due to the algorithm that use color thief, it's I can show you how accurate is it because we can compare it with the project because I don't distinguish between one or the other really. Okay. Here I have that are the last videos that we upload, that we extract, and you can choose what color is most accurate. The last one is the Python. This is Python.
So how you extract a 40 seconds video in 4 seconds?
Why or what? How I measure the.
Accelerate like the play 10 times, then you extract that, or
Yes,
because if I wanna just analyze this video, I need at least 41 seconds till I extract all the frames from it.
No, because it depends. For example, the FFmpeg extract the frames in 1 second, 2 seconds, all the frames, and with Elixir to extract all the colors on 3 seconds more.
Okay. So if you store those colors in a CSV files, and this called probability density function, then you build a reverse function to just get this CSV file and reconstruct this video. How many times does it need? This is like one of the compression algorithms used in video storage and processing. Like this idea. So what I say, if you take those colors,
Yes.
store them in a CSV file,
Yes.
each data frame, it's called the probability density function, which is still you from this color where it is as
The histogram.
histogram. Yeah, exactly.
The FF that the tool that extract the colors,
Yeah.
create an histogram, but I don't know about that histogram. But I see the histogram.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I think that I cannot help you in that. But that's the color. You can check it, and this is the other. This is Elixir.
Do they end up with the same colors extracted?
And there are some cases where you see different colors, but not like, oh, suddenly that is black and this is white. No. Okay, this is brown, this is darker, and that's the thing. So I don't know if I really think that maybe in a huge image, or if you want to extract the 10 predominant colors, maybe there are more difference. But in 5 colors, in all the tests that I did, for me it's the same. Okay, and the last one slide, and I don't know if you have more questions. Okay, the last one slide is only for saying that thank you guys overall, Casper and Kevin, for letting me show my project, and I hope that the next time I could show you how to extract the colors, but in a streaming video, not in a record video. So thank you guys. I appreciate your time a lot.